see them every day. Please take time today and throughout the year to let them know how much that we appreciate their sacrifice that they've made for our country and the freedom that we experience today. Lieutenant Joe Watts.
We gather at events like these to honor not just recent generations of veterans, but every man and woman who has honorably served since the American Revolution. Even with that impressive history, Veterans Day 2018 is especially significant. It was 100 years ago at 11 a.m. on 11/11, that's November 11th, 1918, when the armistice began, which ended World War I. It was a conflict so bloody and horrific that many optimistically refer to it as the war to end all wars. Sadly, it wasn't. It was that war which led to the founding of the American Legion and a commitment by this country to care for veterans who came home blinded by mustard gas, shell-shocked from trench warfare, or impoverished due to their military service. It is a commitment that continues today, whether the wounds be inflicted by an IED in Afghanistan or injuries from a training accident in California. It is a commitment that covers veterans of all races, religions, genders, and economic classes. But today is a day for civilians, and in fact all Americans, to recognize those who have given us freedoms, the veterans of the U.S. military. Someone said, life is precious, and so it is. And that's especially true when life can be lived in freedom. We can gather today as we are doing because of the sacrifices made by those who fought for a free America. The price of freedom does not come cheap. There are lives lost, bodies torn by enemy shells, and minds so devastated by such horror that survival continues back home in VA hospitals. And all our freedom, the freedom to assemble as we are doing today, the freedom to choose our way of life as best we can, and the freedom to worship a God under whom this nation was entrusted. We take freedom for granted. It is a duty of free-born people such as us to communicate to our sons, our daughters, and our grandchildren the freedoms we live under. As young Chris Yeseldine said 15 years ago, thank you for all that you do for our country. God bless you, and God bless our nation's veterans. Thank you.
Quilt of Valor is made according to the standards of the Quilt of Valor Foundation. It was started by a Blue Star mom. She was distraught when her son was deployed, and she was a quilter, and she thought, quilts equal comfort, I'll make quilts for veterans and soldiers.
Service Office that have passed from Veterans Day 2017 to Veterans Day 2018. and are from or interred in Washburn County. Elmer J. Althaus, Elmer S. Anderson, James F. Anderson, Vernon E. Anderson, Eugene F. Barrett, Richard M. Barrick, Martin J. Calcagno, Bradley P. Catman, Arnold H. Cook, Richard T. Coucher, Richard N. Sear, John Dezek, Seth E. Drinkwater, Leonard J. Drushba, Gene W. Edberg, Frederick C. Haylock, Orvis L. Helgerson Jr., Luther A. Herman Jr., George O. Hills, James W. Jorgensen, Brian L. Kamen, Marvin C. Knope, John W. Mack, Robert J. Metalik, Scott D. Meinke, George Michael, Joseph R. Miller, Clarence L. Nelson, Robert K. Panetti, Leroy D. Pearson, Charles E. Ploss, B. Jack Porter, Walter M. Regline, William M. Ritchie, Paul F. Rizzo, Albert H. Rock, Cecil L. Scribner, John M. Simonson, Leo F. Smith, Stuart E. Stebbings, Edwin A. Corky Straw, Wayne L. Subert, Norman R. Sweeney, Ronald J. Wenzel.
Port arms. Unlock arms. Prepare to honor the dead. Hut. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Ready. Front. Freeze and home.